Their homes destroyed. They have no tents and nowhere to go to stay warm and dry. Winter rains and high winds are making an almost unbearable situation even worse for the hundreds of thousands of people forced to live in makeshift shelters in the Gaza Strip.
Despite the tragedy we are living, despite the rain and the very bad weather, people are staying under no roof, which means that people are hanging on to their country, their land. People are hanging on to even one grain of sand of their country.
This is more difficult for us than displacement. We woke up at night and found our tents destroyed above us due to the wind, and our clothes and food were filled with sand. We had wanted to return for a week, but we had no money for transportation.
The number of trucks carrying vital aid into the Palestinian territory has also slowed in recent days. Aid agencies say there aren't enough tents. UNICEF says it's trying to get health and medical aid to nearly 1 million children in Gaza. But winter weather and a lack of shelter means its speed is of an essence.
For kids in these conditions, it's not only frightening to be outside, exposed and in the cold, but it's also very dangerous for their well-being. We've had a number of children in Gaza die of hypothermia, and it's clear here when you meet with families that they don't have what they need to protect them from that cold. Families are lacking warm clothes for their children. There's many children without shoes. People are ill-equipped for this weather because they have lost so much over the last 15 months.
Hamas accuses Israel of delaying aid deliveries as per the ceasefire agreement and has called on mediators to intervene to guarantee the life-saving humanitarian assistance gets in. It says only 2% of the 200,000 tents that were supposed to be part of the aid deliveries have arrived, and none of the temporary housing units. For now, as the cold winter weather continues, people in Gaza have no choice but to find what little shelter they can. Hani Mahmoud, Al Jazeera, Gaza, Palestine.
Well, Ibrahim al-Khalili spoke to forcibly displaced Palestinians living in makeshift tents in the Shujaiya neighbourhood in the east of Gaza City.
I'm here standing in the courtyard of Dalal al-Maghribi school in al-Shujaiya neighborhood after hundreds of thousands of Palestinians returned from southern part of the strip to northern Gaza to find their homes completely destroyed. They are now facing the flimsy weather and the harsh weather conditions.
This tent hosts 3 families. My brother has a spinal cord injury. We lost our father before the ceasefire. At 3 in the morning, I sent my 2-month-old baby to our neighbour because of the chaotic situation here. Let me show you. This is our suffering. I swear to God, 3 families live here in this tent. Look at how we're living. The blankets are very wet, as you can see. I sent my brother with the spinal cord injury to stay with some other people. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go.
What kind of life is this? Destruction is everywhere. This is my tent here in front of you. I used to stay in this tent with my mother and my wife. We spend a lot of time under the rain in the streets. These are the remains of my tent. We don't know what to do tonight. How can we cover our bodies? Nothing is left for us. No mattress, no blanket. The Israelis have levelled my house. We're completely destroyed. I used to live in northern Gaza. I got injured twice. I have severe problems with my hands. I have absolutely nothing left for me. My cousin gave me this jacket. This is not life. Have a look at water all over the place, and I will show you. No one can live in this tent. Animals would never accept to live in our situation.
They have sunk due to the heavy rain, and we can see this blanket soaked with water. As you can see, it's unfit to sustain humans' lives. These civilians returned from southern part of Gaza to the northern part to find their homes completely destroyed, and they live, as you can see, in a very dire conditions due to the heavy rain, and the bad weather is adding an extra suffering to these displaced Palestinians. Ibrahim al-Khalili, Al Jazeera, Gaza City, Palestine.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.